Hi and welcome to another Watch Geek video. Today we're taking a closer look at the newly released AVI-8 Spitfire Smith Automatic. A watch made to celebrate Joseph Smith, a chief engineer and the man responsible for the development of the Spitfire. This is actually the second Spitfire model I feature on my channel, with the first one being the Type 300. In more ways than one, I preferred this one. First, the switch from a small seconds subdial, which was off-center on the 300, which kinda bugged me, to a large regular seconds hand. The second change is the use of oversized hour numerals instead of minute numerals found on the 300. This simple switch has made this version appear even more legible than the already legible 300 series. Luckily, AVI-8 was never a brand that suffered from SHS, or shortness of hands syndrome, so this one also has properly sized and proportionate hands, making it readable from 10 feet away. This also means it wears much larger than the dimensions would suggest. Despite having 42 mm in diameter and a reasonable lug-to-lug of 50, the sheer size of the dial, numerals, and the hands make it look like a 46 mm monster, while the domed sapphire crystal creates a slight magnification effect, making it appear even larger. This means it is small enough to not overhang most wrists, but gives a wrist presence of a behemoth. Usually I'm not a fan of large appearing watches, but in this case I actually like it, as it does what a pilot watch should do perfectly, being easily visible no matter the conditions. There are several dial options available, with this military green version being probably the most similar to the actual instruments used on the airplane. The case also gives tribute to the plane, with its all-brushed finish and sides decorated with a pattern that mimics the rivets found on the Spitfire airplane. The tribute is also done with a customized rotor of the Seiko NH35 powering this thing. I'm actually glad they switched to Seiko from Miyota, not only because of the elimination of the seconds subdial, but also because, unlike Miyota, this does come with the ability to stop the seconds hand, so you can sync the watch perfectly. Yet another thing I hate when it's missing on a pilot watch. Unlike the Type 300, this one is only available on color-matched leather straps, which is a shame, as I always like a bracelet option. But luckily the leather strap does pair with the watch well and is quite pliable and soft, making for a comfortable wear. All in all, this is a nice addition to the simpler models within the AVI-8 lineup, and one that I would gladly wear. If there is one thing I would change about this variant, it would be the date window. Going for a blacked out date disc does make the date less obtrusive, but I wish they left out the frame as well, as that would have made the date pretty much invisible when you don't need it and still usable when you do. This way, it kinda breaks down the symmetry of the dial somewhat and detracts from the main time reading, which is almost done to perfection on this. These are launching at 275 British pounds, which is just under 370 US dollars. But as usual with AVI-8, you always have coupon codes that can bring this down to under $300, which is an okay price for what you get, especially if your eyesight is not as good as it used to be, as this is one of the easiest to read watches I have featured on this channel so far. Well, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed and found it useful. If you did, please like and subscribe, and until the next video, bye.